Hi House and Home, I'm Michelle Berwick from Michelle Berwick Design, and welcome to Project Montana. I think the soul of this project was rooted in history, the history of the family, and the heritage of the family, and the history and heritage of the land that they built the property on. We're sitting on 150 acres of farmland, and our homeowners are 7th generation farmers. Their daughter will be an 8th generation farmer. And so they wanted pieces of both this property and previous properties sprinkled throughout the home. They had a previous farm before this where there was a large barn that was taken down, and they were actually married in that barn. So they wanted to use all of that wood anywhere we could. So we used it in architectural features. We had custom furniture made out of the wood. We've cladded some ceilings with it. And so I think we've just done a nice job to incorporate a lot of their old into the new to make it feel like it was always meant to be. It's a ranch style home, it's a bungalow, so there's no upper floor, it's all main floor and basement. These wonderful clients were introduced to us by their builder, Alair Homes, Aurora and Newmarket, and we've had the pleasure of working with them on this project for about 2 years now. The idea behind the kitchen is that it's a huge gathering space for the family. The homeowner, she does a lot of baking. Her mother-in-law used to do baking and at Christmas time and give it out to basically half the town. She would go to the fire hall, she would go to the library, she would give it to the teachers, and she's carried on that tradition. We utilize storage on the front, on the back, and on the sides. And you'll notice that there's no prep sink in the island, which is a little bit rare, and that's because she wanted to have this huge workspace for her cooking and baking. These quartzite counters are honed and leathered to give a natural finish. And the island is the quartz that we had a chiseled edge made to give it that oomph. The backsplash tile is a porcelain tile, so it's very maintenance free, but we wanted it to look old world. And so it has an antiqued porcelain finish on it, and I think it just helps us merge the new cabinetry with the old world feel that they want in this home. We have a pantry tucked in behind the kitchen, and I think this is a common request from a lot of clients, is that they want a space that they can be messy, that if they have company coming over, they can prep back there and still look like they've got it all together. So behind in the pantry, we have a big potato drawer, a big onion drawer. They're gonna hide their small appliances back there, blenders, toasters, things like that, and extra food storage. The living room is open to the kitchen, so we have that open, airy feel. This is where they will sit and watch TV and read a book or talk to whoever is cooking in the kitchen. The homeowners have not moved in just yet. They had the luxury to be able to stay in their existing home while we built this home. They knew it was going to take time. They did not want to rush the process. And I'm sorry, House and Home, the TV is not quite in yet. It's on its way with the homeowners when they move in. We wanted the family room to have its own distinct style and vibe, and so we went with a much more clean stone on the fireplace. We flanked the fireplace with built-in cabinetry, so it's a place to display their trinkets and also a place to tuck away the things they don't want anyone to see. I would say it's kind of like a Muskoka room. It's almost like its own separate space. We do have sliding glass doors that will close so that they can open up the doors in the summer or fall and have a breeze come through. But the point was to have the view and have the fireplace. There's gonna be no TV, there's gonna be no electronics in that room, and it's gonna be for a different type of conversation. The homeowners were very involved in terms of the design direction. They knew exactly what they wanted. He is this like big, burly, larger than life kind of guy. He loves hunting and fishing and has always grown up on a farm, and he wanted a room that reflected his taste. And so in the great room, we cladded all the walls with like a rough sawn pine. He wanted the same stone on the fireplace as the exterior, and we took the beam for the mantle from their old barn. I mean, if you met him, you couldn't just give him a sleek, simple, clean mantle. Like it had to be like a big, burly wooden mantle, and I think we achieved what he wanted in there. He had this idea for this chair with a bear and a moose on it, and we're like, is it too themed? We decided, let's just go for it. Let's just do it, and the chairs came in, and he loves them, and we're all happy with them, and I think that's the goal. With using a lot of the barnwood and making furniture pieces out of it, we had to temper that with some softness somewhere. For example, in the dining room, we had the table made out of their barnwood. They have heavier wooden chairs that people can sit in for hours. Nothing's flimsy, big upholstered end chairs. And then we softened that with some little pinstripe drapery. She was very involved in the selection of lighting, and she had very specific ideas. And again, her aesthetic lends itself to the farm life. So they do kind of look like an old mason jar. There's a lot of rope details on some of the light fixtures. There's some distressing. So you'll see that sprinkled throughout the home. The way the home was designed by Bird Design and Architecture, I thought it was quite clever. It's basically centering all of the main spaces in the middle of the home, and then there are two kind of wings. So their daughter and her bedroom, her bathroom, and a guest bedroom is on the one wing, and then the other wing is the principal. So they have a really nice, big, beautiful room that they wake up in bed and overlooks the cornfields, and a nice big ensuite. Every bed we would show him, he's like, that's not a proper bed. That's not like a man's bed. Like, I want a bed that doesn't move. And so eventually we just gave up on ready-made furniture. It just wasn't going to work for him. And so we said, okay, we're gonna design you like a farmer's bed. And so we made the bed out of their existing barn wood, and that baby is not moving anywhere. It is solid. Same concept as really the rest of the home. We used a porcelain tile that is not fussy, that will hide dirt and does not need to be maintained. We used a different shape on the floor. It's more of a hexagon and just a large pattern tile on the walls. So it is simple, but it does feel elegant, and I think it mixes well with the wood. In their daughter's room, we wanted it to have a feminine vibe, but we did not want it to be too like girly or fussy. So I think when choosing the pink, it had to be like pink with dirt mixed in it, you know? It had to be kind of like a dustier pink, and just a hit on that wall. If you look at her drapery, we did like a little pom-pom trim along the edging, and I think there's just little touches of femininity mixed with some fun farm art. Her bathroom has a green scalloped tile on most of the walls. It's really impactful in there, and we've mixed it with gold accents. And then again, we had to have some fun with art. So there's some girls' legs with cowboy boots above her freestanding tub, and her view is again out to the cornfield. In the front entryway, we've put in a rough and tumble brick paver with actual mortar. There are tile lookalikes, but in this area it just didn't seem fitting. We wanted something kind of raw and natural, and again, that would hide dirt and easy to clean. I think the idea is that people get muddy on the farm. And so when they're outdoors and they spend a lot of their time outdoors, this is why they built this home on this property, is to be in the cornfields and run around and play with the dog outside. That'll be their main entrance. The front door will be really just for guests. The laundry room is all porcelain tile, and we did that on purpose to keep it maintenance-free in there. It will not have to be sealed, it will not stain, it'll always look just like it is. So you can just come in that side entrance. If you have mud on your boots, on the paws, you go straight into the shower, wipe down, you're good to go. So this is the powder room, and our homeowner's favorite color is blue. And she described in her mother-in-law's home that there was one fancy powder room that the ladies would use, and that's what our hope and dream was for this powder room. So we carried through some shiplap, painted it blue. We have some beautiful, delicate floral wallpaper that goes up the wall and all the way up the ceiling. We've even wrapped the ceiling vent in it to disguise it. We had a custom vanity made, and a blue concrete sink sits on top of it. I've had the pleasure to spend about a week and a half here between installing all of the furniture, the drapery, hanging the art, doing the styling, and then shooting the space. And so I've had a lot of time to just hang out and look out the window, and the view is so relaxing. It just goes on and on for days. I think it just brings your blood pressure down. You just feel like you can slow down and enjoy.